You know, some people say kids are expensive. I say that's horse shit. Fun in a cardboard box.
So this week I wanted to touch on, hold on, I'm going to start over. So this is where I've been filming the majority of videos. This is our daughter's room. This is a very sort of lovey, beautiful room to sit in because it's our daughter's room. And one of the things that's been happening is I kind of started noticing this, but Janelle brought this up to me very recently this week. Can you just repeat that last thing you said?
Said, I feel like you're dust instead of glitter. That sparkle in you is not glowing.
I haven't been wholly myself on this channel and in these videos up until this point. And it's not that I've been acting, it's just been, I realized very recently that only one side of me is coming through in these videos. Just to give a little context or a little backstory, I used to have a separate YouTube channel.
2019 was a year of challenges
for the sake of personal growth.
2019 was a year of challenges for the sake of personal growth. Effing.
Worst thing on vacation is waiting in line. The other thing is I was just offered cocaine or shitting your pants.
And the vegan version of Drano, aka Drainbow, this is what it got me.
In an effort to bring more value to my channel, I want to do my first unboxing.
Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. Right? I look over at you sometimes, lights on, nobody's home.
Turn off all the lights, you put this on, you got your new girlfriend over. Forget about it. If that couch is leather, she'll be sliding right off of it.
Machu Picchu, no big deal. I was hiking there and all of a sudden my tent smells like shit now.
If I had an 11-inch dick, that would make me just sort of an unstoppable creative and professional force. Feel my voice up inside you. Yeah, I can totally explain this, I swear.
That YouTube channel was something I would inconsistently post to. And I kind of always wanted to grow it or have an audience, but I only made content on that channel when I felt compelled to or driven to or super motivated to. And I think it's the book, The War of Art, mentions this concept that amateurs wait for inspiration and professionals show up anyway. And there was something about that always stuck with me, but because I never had a plan on that channel, I never tried to grow. I never had a roadmap or game plan or a defined niche. It made it so I would go months without uploading. So a few months ago, right before my daughter was born, and then the time since then after it, so she was born last December. So in the last 5, 6, 7 months, I realized that I wanted to start a new channel. Now, why not just post on the old one? Great question. I've been locked out of my old YouTube channel. And the recovery email, I'm also locked out of. So, and as well as the recovery phone number because I changed my phone number. So what happens with Google is, if anybody's got any experience with this, you know it's very frustrating. Google will send a confirmation code to either a cell phone number or a backup email. The problem is the cell phone number doesn't work. So when I try another way and I use the backup email, I also can't log into the backup email. When I attempt to log into that, I have the same issue, except somewhere on planet Earth, Google is detecting that I have a logged in device somewhere in that old account. So if you're keeping score at home, I cannot, most likely will never be able to log back into the old channel. That's important. You'll find out later. So right around the time I started this channel, I'd been kicking around the idea of either renaming the old one if I could get into it, or starting a new one, which is what I did and what's happening right now here. What kind of bummed me out was that my old channel I started, I think it was in 2018, and there's only 58 videos or something, 57, 58 videos on it. But whether it's a previous marriage, another long-term relationship, traveling parts of the world, making, a few, couple maybe short films and just things that I really wanted to sink my teeth into. I love that there's a record of that, and there's this essentially like digital scrapbook of older versions of myself, which kind of brings us to my conversation the other night with Janelle when she said that I'm dust, not glitter.
How you have this lower, almost sad energy in them. And the past videos that I've watched over the years of you, you've had this sparkle in your eye, more excitement and liveliness, which I always thought was more you, when you're popping off and stuff, which she does regularly.
Now, to be completely honest with you, I actually think Janelle has a fantastic point. I think when you're editing, videos, or when I've been looking back and just putting the last, 10, 12 videos together, I want to say a couple things about it. Is one, I definitely want to pivot on this channel. Something that happened earlier this week is I more or less got confirmation that I'll never be able to get back into that old YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm air quoting. That's both good and bad. I was just excited about the idea of updating the very small audience I had previously, because I can think of about 20 to 25 people at least that the second I upload a new video, even though it's years later, not only will they watch it, but they would probably be, kind of thrilled to see what I've been up to. Now that that's behind me, the major sort of even more important part of Janelle's point is I do feel like when I'm sitting down and I'm reflecting on fatherhood and being an old new dad and having this beautiful daughter, and the passage of time and all these things, I do feel like I'm not 100% myself. That reflection and that thinking does kind of put me into a little bit of what I guess I'd call like a deep hole. What? At the end of the day, and the last thing that I'll say about this is I want to be more myself, because there's a couple reasons that I started this channel. One, I love making videos. Two, as evidenced by the old channel, I like when there's this record of where I was at in my life at different times. I'm jealous of the people that started a YouTube channel 10 years ago and are continuing on, whether they have a huge audience or not, because at least they can go back and be like, oh, remember when we lived here? Remember when I was dating that person? Remember when I used to be married, had 9 kids, and now I don't talk to them? That's awful. The point is, I like leaving a record. And I had started this channel with the intention that at some point, someday, being 47 years old, having a 5-month-old daughter, that whether I'm still around or I'm not, that in some point in 20 years or 30 years or whatever it is, if she wants to go back and watch videos that her mom and dad are in, it really hit me that I don't want her to go back and watch those videos and be like, why was dad so serious? And I didn't want her to feel like, as a woman, like, this wasn't the man that I was raised by. This is just a very narrow part of him. So unfortunately, as you can tell by the old clips that I've already probably shown by now, that's going to include some crass, lowbrow humor, sarcasm, yeah, sure. There are going to be moments where if you're watching some of my videos, you might be like, this guy's just a total asshole.
Just go with the next question. You know the answer, man.
It's just part of who I am. So thank you to my beautiful fiance for giving me a creative and kind of spiritual kick in the ass. What would you like to see moving forward?
More excitement in you. You get very deep in thought and serious, and it comes out as like, I almost said boring. I don't mean it to be boring, but like mellow and deep, and I feel like you're so captivating in so many other ways.
Allow my voice to fill you.
That's just kind of lost in your videos right now.
Also, it's not about being camera shy, but I don't love recording these segments when Janelle and the baby are home. I don't know why. I mean, I asked this woman to marry me, and apparently I'm not comfortable enough to talk to a camera while she's in the other room. I need to think about some things.
ultimately, I just loved watching you.